What's good, everybody? Goodness, can't believe I'm late for my own show, guys. Just bear with me just a second. Still trying to make everything. Oh, okay, hold on just a second. Struggle streaming, guys. Struggle streaming. What's good, everybody? This is Ryan Johnson with MoneyBass.com. Man, hey, time is moving on me, guys. Time is moving. All right, guys, you know the routine. Hey, we're here. We made it. We made it. Let's get into it, guys. Have some fun on another Tuesday night. You saw the title of the show and you've seen the thumbnail, but you know I always throw a little twist in there with it so we can have some fun and all that good stuff, guys. Let me catch my breath. I'm in here running around like crazy, guys. All right, and as did I already say that? As you come into the chat, please drop a 1. Just let me know that you guys can hear me okay, see me okay. I see some of the guys coming in here getting active. Good deal. Really appreciate that. And real quick, want to give a shout out to the Facebook crew. Let me just hop over here and make sure we are live, up and running on the Facebook side of things. Really appreciate everybody hopping in, checking into the live stream. All right, here we go. Let's make sure we're good over here on Facebook. Let's see. All right, there we go. All right, so we're looking good over there on Facebook. I see the ones coming in. See, we have a few people checking into the live stream tonight. So yeah, guys, we're gonna get into it tonight. Man, a lot going on, guys. People out here kind of struggling with these tournaments lately. So hey, let's talk about it. Let's see who's been out there getting some good results, some bad results, and what kind of fishing are you guys doing? Are you fishing shallow? Are you fishing deep? Are you using your electronics? Are you using those electronics? Or you out there, going old school with it, getting out there and making things happen? Yeah, so that's what we're talking about, guys. So the title of tonight's live stream, just kept it kind of simple. Mega Live 1.200. And as I always say, whether you're running Garmin, Live Scope, Lowrance, Active Target, or Humminbird Mega Live, hey, we're all family here, guys. We're all here to work together, share some information, share some thoughts and all that good stuff. Just let each other know how we're doing out there on the lake, and maybe you can get some information that will help you out so that you will get better results on the lake during your tournaments, all that stuff, guys. I'm still kind of out of breath, just a little bit, but then you can come back and just kind of brag a little bit on the live streams. So we're here every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. And I throw out content just about every day, guys. So this is the thing. We're moving fast, guys. We're almost at 6,000 subscribers. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Oh, yeah, we're moving. So if you are new to the channel, or if you've been here for a while, please make sure that you hit the subscribe button if you have not hit that subscribe button, and share this channel, guys. We're moving. We're moving. We're making things happen. All right, so let's see where we're at, guys. Let's give a few shout outs. And of course, okay, hold on just a second. If you're new to the live stream, then you may not have noticed, but the guys that have been here for a while know that, hey, we have a sponsor of each live stream. And the sponsor is basically you guys, the viewers and the supporters and contributors to the channel. Each week, I'll run that banner down at the bottom, giving a shout out to the MoneyTeam. All right, so as you guys check in, you will see the guys with the badge right next to their name. Those are the members of the MoneyTeam. If you are interested in finding out the perks and just, kind of what goes on with the MoneyTeam, you will see the join button right below the screen. Just click on that and it'll give you some of the information about it. And basically, the MoneyTeam is people that are supporting the channel through the live stream. So they'll have the badge next to their name. So it kind of makes you stand out a little bit. You get a little priority whenever we have sponsors that come to the show that may have some products or anything that they're going to give out to a few guys. So MoneyTeam is first in line for that kind of stuff. So really appreciate the support of that. And if you take a look at the bottom of the screen, you will see the banner that is scrolling across the bottom. It says Spanky. Special thank you so much to the sponsor of the stream, Big Jim Fishing. Oh yeah, guys, Big Jim was the sponsor of last week's live stream. So hey, got to give a special shout out for that. And his live stream is every Monday. And I see Big Jim is in the comments. So drop that time. I think it is 8 p.m. Eastern time. So 7 p.m. Central every Monday. So make sure you guys go and check out Big Jim. All right. I see the thumbs up on that. So yeah, guys, we're all out here, just trying to build a community, build a nice family of fishermen so we can get together and share some experiences. And hey, who knows? Maybe we'll meet out there on the lake. All right, so let me go ahead and get right into it, guys. Let's get into a few shout outs and see who we have checking in. And of course, starting it off, we have Mark Scott, strong supporter and member of the Money Team, always in the comments getting active. And that is the other thing, guys. Please make sure you get active. Any comments, questions, anything like that. Make sure you get active in the comments because the live streams build off of the off of the support, off of the content, off of you guys getting active in the live streams. So really, really appreciate that. Shout out to Mark Scott. All right, he says, hi, Ryan. What is going on? Really appreciate you chiming in and checking in tonight. And we also have Darren Pearson. What is going on, DP? I know he's out there getting ready for his next tournament on, what is that? Clark's Hill. Oh, yeah, land of the big fish. Yeah, I remember I fished that lake. It's been a little while ago, but if you guys want to check that out, you can search MoneyBass, Clark's Hill. Had a first place finish. I was fishing as a co-angler back then, guys, but we had an 8.54 largemouth. That thing was huge. So if you guys want to see that, just do that search and you'll see it come right up on YouTube, and you guys can take a look at that. All right, so let's see who else we have coming in. We have Texas Newt. What is going on? He said, what's up, Money? All right, good to see you back in the live stream. And we also have Cool C checking in. He says, what's up, Money Bass? Member of the Money Team, and he is also fishing the BFL. So I think I'll be seeing you out there on Lake Sinclair. That is our next BFL. So special shout out to you. All right, Mark Scott hit me with the 1. Texas Noop hit me with the 1. And we have John Polly checking in, guys. What is going on, John Polly? Glad you are checking in to the live stream. All right, so Cool C hit me with the 1. And we have Kenneth Green checking back in. Shout out to you. Really appreciate you coming in, checking out the live stream. Uh-oh, guys, we're getting started early. Oh, yeah, we're getting started early. Is that Big Jim?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, Big Jim is, he's like, hey, I'm going to keep my name on that banner for this evening. He was a sponsor of last week's live stream, so he is starting it off early, guys. And guess what? I don't really have to do too much work with this one because his name is already on the banner. So how about that? So Big Jim Fishing hit the channel with the $5 super chat. Really, really appreciate that, Big Jim. And he says, let's go. Shout out to the Money Team and Team Dialed In. Oh, yeah, guys. Team Dialed In is out there putting in some work. A little birdie told me that they might have some info coming out to help you guys with the Solix units. But yeah, I think Big Jim might have a little bit more to say about that next week on what is that, Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys check out his live stream. And he says, hit that party horn. Oh, yeah, we're getting active in the chat, guys. So like I said, we're going to get in here, have a little bit of fun. So we're definitely going to get into some topics talking about the live imaging. So whether you have live scope or you have active target, I'm running Mega Live. I run all Humminbird systems, but there are guys that are actively in the chat that run Garmin. They run Lowrance and they run Humminbird. And some of the guys run a mixture of all of those systems. So if you're having any questions or anything like that regarding any of that, make sure you put those questions in the comments because there'll be some guys in there that if I can't answer the question, they can chime in and give you a little bit of info. But yeah, special shout out to Big Jim. He is the current sponsor of the live stream. Hit us with the $5 super chat. Really appreciate that, Big Jim. All right, then we have Danny Harp. He says fishing jigs. What are you talking about, fishing jigs? Somebody mentioned something about catching bigger fish with jigs earlier today. So is that the talk of the town right now? Is that what's going on out there? All right, then Cool C, member of the Money Team, says old school. Okay, so yeah, he's and Cool C, you fish as on the co-angler side. So yeah, you got to use those old school skills when you get out there on that boat. You kind of have to look at the lay of the land and all that. So shout out to you. Then we have Vernon Neal. Oh, wait a minute. What time is it? Vernon, you may have actually been here before me this time because I was running a little late to my own show. All right. So Vernon Neal says, Money Bass and family, what's good? Oh, yeah. What is going on, Vernon Neal? Shout out to you. All right. And like I said, you guys get active and network in the comment section, guys. There are quite a few of you guys that have actually, that may be in the same area. Some of you guys have already linked up, met out on the lake, started fishing together and things like that. So that's always a good thing. All right. Then we have Vernon Neal shouting back out at Big Jim. All right, let's see. Let's see who else we have in here. We have Big Jim says, yes, Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I think I'll let Big Jim kind of marinate on that live stream leader for just a minute or two. But I see somebody is getting active in there. I see somebody getting active. Then John Polly says, doing good, my friend. All right, special shout out to you. And let me just go ahead and give another quick shout out real quick to the first person that was in the live stream, Mark Scott. Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Mark Scott, strong contributor to the channel. But I see another special announcement I need to make. But just let me marinate on that just a second. Let me let Big Jim just have, I guess, about 2 minutes of fame with this one. All right, let's see who else we have. We have Barry, what is that? Celestine checking in. Says, been a while, but I'm here today. There you go. That is what really matters. So really appreciate you hopping in and stepping into the live stream. All right, guys. So been on here giving a few shout outs. I was a few minutes late to my own party, but hey, I'm here. Just like Barry says, I'm here. It's been, I was a little late, but I was here. I'm here. All right. So tonight, what we would do, let's see, what should we get into, guys? We're gonna get into, a little bit of those fishing fights, those kind of when people are butting heads out there on the lake. Seems like you guys kind of like that. So we'll touch on that real quick, and then we will get into the how would you fish it segment. Oh, yeah. How would you fish it? But I have a little twist with that one. And of course, we have to get into the live imaging. And we'll just kind of start talking about how you guys are doing out there on the water, who's been fishing tournaments, what kind of results and things like that you've been getting. And guys, you can go ahead and get active with that right now. If you have been out there on the water, say some of you guys fished this past weekend or the weekend before, or maybe you've been fishing through the week, drop a comment in there. Let me know how you've been doing, what kind of results you've been getting out on the water. Because from what I have been seeing, from the YouTube guys and the anglers out there, the pro fishermen, some of those pro fishermen, and just the the guys that are out here fishing, the local anglers, what do we call ourselves, the weekend warriors, those guys, everybody out there is kind of having some struggles. There was a recent tournament, and I believe it was on Clark's Hill. I think first place was like 21 or 22 pounds. Woo! So there was somebody out there that found it, but guess what second place was? It was like 14 or 16 pounds. I mean, that's kind of a big gap. But I mean, that's still a nice bag. But that gap right there is what we're kind of talking about, guys. So the guys that are out there that are able to locate those fish, get them to the boat, they're still coming in with those bags. But those numbers seem like it's kind of tough right now. So are you guys out there kind of experiencing the same thing? Give me some yeses, some nos. I mean, I see you guys getting kind of quiet out there. Is everybody out there just killing it on the out on these lakes right now? From what I heard, it's been kind of tough. So that's kind of what I wanted to get into also. That's what made me decide to go ahead and put together the live stream and just talk a little bit more about the live imaging system and how some guys are using those out there to get good results. And of course, there are guys out there that are using those and the results aren't quite as good. So we're going to talk about it. See what I may know, what you guys may know that, may kind of help some of the guys out here that's struggling out on the lakes a little bit. All right, so let's see what else we have going on, guys. Let me just check on my Facebook crew over here real quick. All right, any shout outs from the Facebook crew yet? Nope, nobody from the Facebook crew checking in, but I see they are live and active over there. Everybody just kick back, relaxing tonight. Just want to see what's going on with the live stream. All right, let's see where we at, guys. All right, so yeah, let's just go ahead and get straight into it. So the first thing I want to do is actually bring up a clip and just kind of get your your reaction on what you're seeing. Let me drop this down real quick. And what I'll do is just share my screen. So just bear with me real quick. Let's see, share screen. All right, guys, just putting in a little work. So all right. So before we get into that, hold on just real quick. I see a few more comments dropped in here. Let's see. Who is this? Cool C says, yes, it's been pretty good for me on the back of the boat. Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, guys, next week I want to put together the live stream that I've been telling you I've been working on with the co-angler side of things. So next week, Tuesday, make sure if you are a co-angler, share this channel with other co-anglers. And if you're boaters, share this channel with other boaters, because we're going to get into it and we're going to have some fun with that topic. What I would do is I will probably have like maybe 2 or 3 people, maybe 4 people up on the screen, and we'll kind of do it like a panel setting. So we'll bring up some boaters, we'll bring up some co-anglers and kind of exchange some thoughts, some, some changes, exchange some mindsets, and just see what we can do to kind of get things going on that topic, because there's some guys that are actually struggling on that co-angler end. So Cool C, he's out there doing this thing, he's making it happen. Then Big Jim says, give Mark Scott his time. What is Big Jim talking about? What could he be talking about? Oh, that's what he's talking about. Mark Scott has hit the channel with that $20 super sticker. Strong supporter of the channel. And as you guys see, that badge next to his name, he is a member of the Money Team. So he will definitely stand out in the chat. The Money Team members are the ones that have that badge right next to their name. And like I said just a few minutes ago, if anybody is interested in finding out more about being a member of the Money Team, just hit that join button right below the video. And it'll give you a little bit of information out there, just give you some of the perks and all that good stuff. All right, so let's see who else we have checking in real quick before we hop into this video. I was about to get into it, guys, but just let me give a few more shout outs. And hey, I always have to stop the show anytime somebody comes and shows this strong support of the channel. And the other thing, guys, I need to do a little work. So let me hop in here real quick. And if you take a look down at the bottom, it says thank you to all of the, hold on. Let me just get it right. Let me make sure I get it right so I can put some respect on his name. So special thank you so much to the sponsor of the stream, Big Jim. All right. But Mark Scott said, hey, let me just slide you over a little bit and hop in that spot. So what I'm going to do real quick, guys, is hop in here and change this banner real quick. All right, here we go. So Big Jim fishing. All right. So Mark Scott his name has been up here quite a few times. So Mark Scott, like I said, is a very strong supporter of the channel. Really, really appreciate that. So now if you take a look at the bottom of the screen, you will see the banner now reads, special thank you so much to the sponsor of the stream, Mark Scott. Oh yeah. Mark Scott is the sponsor of the stream. And guys, right now I'm kind of thinking that Mark Scott,
you are the big fish.
oh yeah, I think that $20 super stickers put you in the big fish category with that one. All right, so special shout out to you. Really, really appreciate that. All right, so let's hop back into the comments real quick and see who else we have checking in. All right, so Texas Noop says last tournament was tough. Caught one from the back of the boat, enough for first place on the non-boater side. Whoa, wait a minute. You said caught one from the back of the boat, and that was enough for the co-angler side. So guys, if that's not telling you that things are getting kind of tough out there, I don't know what is. One fish won it. Now that is tough. Guys, and we have a special shout out here. We have Rob Welch checking in. Special shout out. He says, what's up, Easy Money? Now that name is familiar. I think I might know him as the Bass Hunter, because I don't know his real name, but is that the Bass Hunter checking in? All right, so what's up? So that and if you guys take a look, he is checking in on the Facebook side of things. So the Facebook crew is getting active. Really appreciate you hopping in and getting active in the comment section. All right, then we have Cool C checking in. He says, nice. Oh yeah, congratulations on that first place finish, Texas Noop. But man, that must have been a tough day out there all that time and got one fish to bring to the scale. But hey, you made it happen. You made it happen. All right, then Rob Welch says, money bringing the juice like he always does. All right, really, really appreciate that. Then we have Cajun Rob checking in. So yeah, you would hit me up about being on the panel for the co-angler side of things. So I'll be following up with you, just kind of let you know what the plans are with that. So if you do want to come up and be on the panel, then we can definitely make that happen. Because Cajun Rob, I know you said you're fishing the co-angler side in the Toyotas. I mean, you've been fishing a lot of things. Drop it in the comments. What all did you say you fish on the co-angler side? Because he's out there doing his thing. Cajun Rob is definitely doing his thing. Shout out to Big Jim says, yes, we have Cajun Rob checking in. All right, so Cajun Rob says BFL at my home pond, Cumberland, this Saturday. Oh yeah, so he definitely, Cajun Rob is doing his thing. All right, let's see who else we have checking in. Big Jim says, man, zeroed at the last BFL. I posted a video to prove it. Oh man, that's ugly. That's a hard day out there on the lake. Hopefully, you said you posted a video, so at least you got some footage. At least you got something out of it. But yeah, see, that's exactly what I'm talking about, guys. It's a struggle right now. That transition that's going on is kind of a struggle. So in the footage that I bring up, that is what I'm going to show you guys. How, if you're using this live imaging, it may help you out a little bit. But Big Jim, wait a minute. Were you able to use your live imaging? Because I know there's some things that you said you were kind of getting worked out with yours. But yeah, so we'll get into that, guys. We'll have some tips for that. And, we have some old school guys in the comments too. So you guys can get active and, kind of give some tips to the guys that are out there kind of struggling right now. All right. And then what else do we have? We have Bob Freeman checking in. He says, just got on. Special shout out to you. Really appreciate you coming and hopping into the live stream. All right. Then Texas Noop said, took first against the other non-boaters. Sorry. Oh yeah, that's what we're saying. Yeah, you got first, so you got the first place against the other co-anglers. So yeah, good deal with that one. All right, then Big Jim says, good evening at Bob Freeman. All right, shout out to you. All right, so Cajun Rob says he fishes the Toyota Series Central, the Bass Opens, and BFL 3 divisions. Oh yeah, so we have somebody that has some knowledge on our hands right there. Uh-oh, guys, look who we have. Special shout out to the Money Team. We have Jason checking in. He says, what's up, y'all? Long time no see. How are you, Money? Hey, man, I'm doing great. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. What is going on with that? So, Jason, yeah, very strong supporter of the channel and member of the Money Team. And, guys, he has sponsored some of these live streams, too. So, special shout out to you. Really appreciate you checking back in. So, yeah, we're going to have some fun with it, guys. We're going to have some fun with it. So, make sure you guys get active in the comments. All right, let me get to this last comment. Big Jim Fishing says, yes, I used Mega Live. The bass were full, not eating. I could see them and the bait balls. Let me see. It's on the video. Center Hill BFL. Yeah, I think I think I did see the thumbnail for that come up, and man. Yeah, it's getting tough for some guys out there. All right, then Jay Polly says, missed the last BFL at Pickwick, had damage to my trailer, so I didn't get to fish. So next will be the super tournament on Gunnersville. Oh yeah, land of the big fish. Gunnersville still can be kind of tough out there. That's kind of like a feast or famine lake too. So I think that size limit is what, like 15 inches. So yeah, people always have a plan that they get hit in the mouth when they go to Gunnersville. Gunnersville is no joke. All right, so special shout out to you. All right, so let's see the other thing that I wanted to get into. Let me just bring this up real quick. All right, man, we have people checking in from a little bit of everywhere. All right, let me drop this down. All right, guys, so what I'm about to do now is share my screen, and let's get into, some of these fishing. What we're gonna call this? Fishing fights. Let's call it fishing fights, guys. So let's get into that. A little bit of entertainment. Let's have some fun with it, guys. All right. So what I'm going to do now is just share my screen. So just bear with me, guys. All right. Let's see. Share screen. And let's see. What is this first one? Here we go. Here we go, guys. All right. So here we go. All right. Let me share the screen. And if you guys can't, you should be able to hear everything just fine. So, but if you can't, always make sure you let me know as soon as possible in the comment section. Let's see. All right, Jason says, all right. So Jason says, I sent you a couple of pics of some hogs from Gunnersville. Hey guys, I'm still working on putting together the clip that I'm supposed to be playing for you guys, giving you some shout outs for what you've been doing on the water. But yeah, special shout out. Oh yeah, you did mention that. You did mention that, I think, on one of the live streams previously, that you went out there and did your thing on Gunnersville. So yeah, special shout out to you with that one. All right, then we have Bob Freeman checking back in. All right, guys. So I have it pulled up on the screen. All right, here we go. Let's see. Add this in here. All right, so basically, let's just see, guys. So here we go. We're gonna get into a little something called fishing fights first, guys. Let's see. Sometimes we're out there on the water, and people don't always see the things the same way that we see it. Maybe they just don't want us around. So let's take a look at this and just let me know, guys. How would you handle this situation? Let's take a look.
What? No, not down. Unfortunately, he is not going to help. See you later, buddy.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We got into this one kind of quick. Now, I don't know if you guys heard that, but there was a cast and a ding. That is not a good thing. That is not good. Hold on. Let's just go back just a second real quick. Let's listen to that again before we get into it.
Unfortunately, he is not going to help. See you later, buddy.
Okay, I'm gonna let it play, guys. But so as soon as that thing hit, as soon as he hit whatever he hit over there, somebody said, "Hey, get out of here! Hey, get out of here quickly!" Just started fussing at him right away. All right, so hold on. What I'm gonna do is just go ahead and let it play, guys. I'll let it play this time. Let me just start it back from right here, and let's see what happens. And like I said, make sure you guys get active in the comments. I want to see from the boater side, what would you guys do? And also, hey, what would you do if you're the homeowner in this situation? Let's take a look.
Unfortunately, he is not going to help. See you later, buddy.
What? Oh, what? Am I a dog? What? I hit the metal on your shore station with a lead weight.
That wasn't a sketch.
First of all, don't treat me like a dog, and I'll get out of here. Okay? That was unacceptable. I hit your metal pole right there that's sticking out of the water. That's not even connected to your shore station. I would never hit your fiberglass or your boat. I'm using a lead weight, which is like not even the same caliber of metal as your shore station. God. Well, don't treat me like a dog. You're on a lake. You're on a lake. You live on a lake. I have a lake house and people do hit the shore station sometimes. That's what happens. It's life. Don't treat me like a dog. You said, I have it all on GoPro what you said to me, so don't worry about it.
Just pulling into weigh-ins now.
All right, guys. All right. So yeah, that was kind of a spicy situation right there. So what would you do if you were in that situation? Who was in the right and who was in the wrong? Was the owner overreacting, or was that boater not taking responsibility for his actions? I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? All right, but let me go back and just take a look at it again and just kind of add some commentary to it this time, guys. But I mean, it was kind of funny, guys. I had to hop in a few times, but let me just find the spot. Okay, here we go. Here we go. All right, so let's take a look at it again. Hold on real quick. All right, let me just get it set up for you guys. Here we go. All right, so here we go. Let's take a look at it now, and let's just kind of, man. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Do I want to talk about it from the boater side or from the homeowner side?
Unfortunately,
Let's just take a look. Let's take a look, guys.
See you later, buddy.
Boom. Hits it as soon as he casts, and he says, "Hey, get out of here. You don't know how to fish." Now, is that an insult? You don't know how to fish.
Am I a dog? What? I hit the metal on your shore station with a lead weight.
That wasn't a sketch.
Oh.
First of all, don't treat me like a dog, and I'll get out of here. Okay?
Okay. So, as a boater, man, if I was to do something like that, I would be apologizing and just kind of ease on out of there. Yeah, man, that's ugly. And I've been in some situations where the co-angler does it, and I'm like, oh man, why? Why did this just happen? Because I try to make sure that I do not find myself in a situation like that. So he said that he hit one of the metal posts, and maybe he did, but anytime you ring that bell, somebody is likely to answer, especially if it's on the weekend and like midday. Yeah, that is definitely not a good look. So, I mean, yeah, I'm seeing you guys getting active in the comments. So right now, I think the boater is wrong in that. I mean, how can you argue with that? You hit the other person's property. They don't know exactly what you hit. For all they know, you could have hit their boat. So yeah, that is kind of tough one, guys. That is a tough one. But yeah, so from the homeowner side, Yeah, I can see why they might be a little touchy on that one. But let's see what else he says.
That was unacceptable. I hit your metal pole right there that's sticking out of the water. That's not even connected to your shore station.
Okay, and so the boater said after he hit their property, he says that is not acceptable because the guy said, get out of here. You can't fish. So yeah, maybe he's taking that part personal. Somebody saying you can't fish, and maybe they're not doing too well in the tournament they're fishing either. But all right, let's see what else.
I would never hit your fiberglass or your boat. I'm using a lead weight, which is like not even the same caliber of metal as your shore station. God. Well, don't.
All right, so there he goes. He said you're not the only one that trolls by here and does that. So he is actually correct in this sense because the boater is the person that they're generally referring to. He is rolled over there, he rung the bell, and somebody answered it. So for me, in these situations, depending on how hard of a skip that would be, I kind of pick up a wacky rig, guys, and I'll kind of keep it simple and try to avoid situations like that. All right, so let's see. I think that was pretty much the end of it. Let's take a look.
Treat me like a dog. I'm not. It's not. You're on a lake. You're on a lake. You live on a lake. I have a lake house, and people do hit the shore station sometimes. That's what happens. It's life. Don't treat me like a dog. You said I have it all on GoPro, what you said to me, so don't worry about it.
So the boater is talking as though, I mean, what the homeowner said was just extra harsh. He just said, get out of here. I mean, that's kind of on the light side. I know you guys saw the fishing fights little nuggets that I put in here in some of the previous live streams. They kind of get extra spicy, especially if you saw that one where I put where they were actually shooting at the boaters, kind of shooting like, oops, we didn't mean to shoot over your way. Yeah, right. Yeah, I think they may have done that on purpose. But yeah, let me hop in the comments real quick and see what you guys have to say. So we're going to take I'm going to hop in the comments real quick, and then we'll get into some on the water stuff and just kind of go over the how would you fish it real quick. Might cover a little bit of live imaging with that. It might be a live imaging opportunity, but it's definitely, I would say, a 360 situation. So we'll take a look in that in just a second. All right, guys, let me hop back into the comments and see what you guys had to say about this situation. Let me just pull it back up like this. All right, where are we at? Yeah, let me pull it back up like that. There we go. All right, so let's see. Where were we at? Okay, I see some more guys stepping into the live stream. Really appreciate that. All right, so we have Joseph. We have Joseph checking in, member of the Money Team. Really appreciate you hopping in and supporting the channel as always. He said, made it in late. Oh, no, not the dreaded dock slap. Oh, yeah, you ring that bell, man. You never know who's going to answer when that bell starts ringing. All right, and let's see who else we have checking in. Who else is chiming in on this? So Cajun Rob says he rung the doorbell. That is exactly right. When that bell rings, you never know who's going to come out swinging. He says he rung the doorbell. That man gonna sick Ruger on him. Come on, man. Listen, you can't get straight to the Ruger situation in this. It's not that type of party. All right, Cajun Rob says, what's up, Joseph B? Oh, yeah, so we have Joseph checking in. All right, so Joseph says, Cajun Rob is right. Dude tagged his property. Words won't hurt near as much as the potential for that homeowner to let the Ruger bark. I forgot you guys are teaming up on this Ruger barking type situation. All right, Big Jim giving a shout out to Joseph checking in. All right, then Jay Polly says tighten up the casting. Oh yeah, you got to be ready for it. And guys, for people that don't really skip docks and stuff like that a lot, you can always head out to an area, something where it just may be some overhanging trees or something like that, and just kind of start practicing in areas like that. And another thing, like I mentioned a little earlier, sometimes, hey, you may want to start off with a spinning rod or something like that. So, because whenever you get in some type of situation, those real tight situations like that, yeah, you might not want to be out there ringing that bell and getting those homeowners to come out there, because you've seen what can happen in some of those instances. All right, then we have Bob Freeman. He says, apologize and troll away. Oh, yeah, sounds so simple. But no, he did not do that. All right, then Jason says, it happens, man. I've done it. Oh, yeah, shout out to that. Jason says, I've done it. I think the owner went a little overboard. I don't think you've seen some of the other clips that I've shown before. If you think this homeowner went overboard, the most I heard him say was get. So what did you guys see? I just heard him say, get out of here. You can't fish. So he does want him to get out of there. And he can't really skip all that well if he's hitting the dock. So, but hey, it happens to the best of it. You know, the best of guys don't always get accurate on it. But in this instance, I think the homeowner was right on that one. All right, Texas Noop says, what exactly did he hit? It didn't sound like he hit the boat though. So he may have actually hit one of the posts because the way that it was ringing. I'm not saying that I would have experience in knowing what the different sounds would sound like whenever you hit different things with the bait, but it doesn't sound like he hit fiberglass to me. I think he did hit one of those metal posts. All right, Vernon Neal says, occasion Rob, Ruger will charge, would it change your tone of voice? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, somebody come out there with the right type of tool. You know, things may change in a hurry. All right, then we got John Polly says, what the heck is that shore station? Hey, he hasn't raised up out of the water, but yeah, so I think that is what he hit. All right, so Jason says it sounded more like the pontoon boat. Oh, that's right, that hollow sound. It did sound like he hit the pontoon boat. And I think the homeowner doesn't care. He heard metal or some type of ringing sound like that. He doesn't care what it was. He was coming out there like, hey, get away from here. You had your chance. He may not have even said anything if he didn't, hit something up there. So, hey, I don't know, guys. I'm kind of on the side of the homeowner on this one. Yeah, kind of on the side of the homeowner on this one. All right, Cajun Rob says, that boater made it worse. Yep, he should have apologized and trolled on. Yes, I definitely agree with that one. But man, he was getting into it. But he must not have been in some of these other situations that I've shown before, guys. All right, then we have Ivy Moore says, what's up? What it do? What it do last? Trying to buy this Triton from this fella. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh, we have another potential boat owner checking in. He says, trying to buy this Triton from this fella. What up, money? But I'm thinking about another. Anybody got any good or bad things about a ProCraft bass boat? All right, guys, let's get active. We have somebody in here needing a little bit of info, needing a little bit of help. So does anybody have any info about ProCraft boats? So a friend of mine did just recently buy one. I'm not sure if he's in the comments or not, but maybe somebody in here will have something to say about ProCraft. And from what I haven't heard anything negative about ProCraft boats. I've heard that they do have some speed on them. So, like I said, I don't know too much about them, but I have not heard any negative things about the ProCraft design. All right, then we have Joseph checking back in. He says, hello guys, hope y'all having a good night. I wish I was as easy going as old MoneyBass. We can't go around dinging people's property. Oh yeah, you don't want to go around slinging that lead like that and hitting those people's property, because somebody else might start slinging some lead too. You know what I mean? All right, so Texas Noop says, apologize and keep it moving. Oh, yeah, so I think everybody's kind of on the same page with that one. I think. Who is there anybody that kind of is on the boater side on this one? So I know Jason said that he thinks the homeowner went a little overboard. But, yeah, I mean, I would have been feeling bad. But, yeah, I wouldn't have wanted somebody saying get and all that stuff either. But that's a tough one. All right, so Joseph says, hello, Ivy. One of my fishing partners runs the old ProCraft 180. Great to fish out of, runs well. Good bang for the buck. Just don't overpay. And that is the thing, guys. Right now, oh, man, the boat prices. What is that? About 2 or 3 live streams ago when I was mentioning something about boats, I had not looked at prices of boats in a while. And you guys kept saying 100,000 this and 90,000 that. And I was like, no, I'm talking about a bass boat. I'm talking about a bass boat, guys. And the response I got in the chat was, we are too. We're talking about bass boats too. So yeah, those prices are up there. So if you can get a good deal on it, yeah, definitely take it. Get the motor checked out, get the diagnostics check on it and things like that. Check out the transom. But I mean, you probably know the routine with that. You want to just make sure that the boat itself is a solid boat. All right, then we have Doty Fishing checking in. What is going on? And special shout out to the Money Team. Doty Fishing is a member of the Money Team. He says, I don't fish boat houses because everybody else does. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sometimes you got to get out there and try something a little different. So I understand that. All right. Then Joseph says most property owners are just concerned about their property. If I see folks around, I only fish the outside where there's zero chance of disrespecting a visible homeowner by ringing the bell. That right there is what I'm talking about. That is exactly what I do. Unless I have maybe like a weightless wacky rig or something like that on a spinning rod, I mean, that right there is pretty much a safe bet. If it's something that you just have to fish, if you're at a dock and you're like, man, hey, this one has been producing for me before, I can't just go by. I need that fish from out of there. So maybe try something like that. But yeah, you definitely don't want to ring that bell right in front of the homeowner. All right. Then Joseph also says, also, my big old aluminum hull lets me smack the boat real hard and loud with the bait and explain if they weren't close enough to see it. Okay. All right. That man I smacked the okay. All right. So yeah, I understand that one. All right. And let's see. He also says, Ivy, I got some slick pics of that Procraft after I painted it for my friend to match his truck. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's the other thing. So you can get these boats and save some money, guys, and go in and kind of customize it to the way that you want. There's enough accessories and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, because I mean, hearing these $100,000 and $130,000 prices, man, I mean, you might as well live in that, because I mean, you can buy some houses for that much in some places. All right, so let's see. All right, so yeah, so we got through the comments real quick. All right, guys, so what we are going to do, and like I said, I kind of have a little twist with it. Let me pull up this next clip. And with this next clip, we're just going to talk about kind of the how would you fish it thing. You know, some of you guys, you know, you appreciated that aspect of it. So just bear with me again. Just doing a little work. Let me share my screen. All right, here we go, guys. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, see a few more comments hopping in here real quick. Let me see what you guys have to say in here. All right, Doty Fishing says, for $5, I will tell any boathouse owner to keep any tournament fishing. Wait a second. For $5, I would tell any boathouse owner to keep any tournament fishing 500 feet away. Woo! It's kind of a long distance, especially if you need to catch that largemouth under that dock. All right. Ivy Moore says 2002 Procraft Super Pro 2. What is that? 210 with all the bells and whistles. He's asking 26.5. How much should I offer him? Oh, okay. All right. So you guys are getting into the nitty gritty of it, getting in here, working out some boat deals. All right. So Joseph says 5 to 10K can get you a nice boat in most areas of the country if you are okay with a well-loved and older product. All right. So good deal with that. So yeah, if anybody wants to chime in and talk about this 2002 Procraft Super Pro 2010. Wait a minute, guys. Let me skip to the end of the line. We have Mako Mills checking in, talking about let's go. Let's get it. Let's get it. And actually, Mako Mills, you chimed in just in time. So take a look at this comment and just bear with me, guys. Like I said, we're building a community of fishermen here. So we're always, here to help each other out. So let's see. This is the question, Mako. He says, Ivy Moore says, trying to buy this Triton from this fella. He says, but I'm thinking about another. Anybody got any good or bad things about a Procraft bass boat? So I know Mako Mills was kind of a boat guy at one point, but I don't know if he knows about those Procraft. All right, and so this is what he has, Mako. He says it's a 2002 Procraft Super Pro, 210 with all the bells and whistles. What kind of bells and whistles? You talking about live imaging, all the biggest screens and all that kind of stuff? What else would it have? Power poles or talons, target lock, you know, all that good stuff. He's asking 26.5. How much should I offer him? All right, so there we go. That is one of the questions of the night, guys. If anybody has anything they want to chime in on that one. All right, and let's see. All right, so Randy Robertson checking in. What is going on? He says, hey, my wife says I live in my boat. Hey, if you have one of those $130,000 boats, you might need to in some of these cases because these things are getting up there. All right, so yeah, Mako Mills checking in. Special shout out to you. All right, Joseph says, Mako, be front pocketing those, what is that? New boat guys. How you doing? All right, there we go. Oh, yeah, Mako hopped in here. Strong supporter of the channel. And let me say, okay, he's not a member of the Money Team, but Mako has sponsored some of the live streams. So yeah, he's a heavy hitter off in here, guys. All right, so Jason says, there goes the show. Uh-oh, there goes the show. What's up, Mako? Yeah, guys, see, that's what I'm talking about. People getting here, networking with each other. I mean, we come and meet every Tuesday, 8 p.m., get in here, have a good time. And hey, we're building a community, guys. We're going to keep moving, keep shaking, making things happen. And I don't know who was not on here a little earlier, but guys, we're about to hit the 6,000 subscriber mark. And I know not too long ago, you guys remember me talking about the 5,000 subscriber mark. So yeah, we're moving, guys. Make sure you do share these live streams, share the information on the channel so that we can continue to grow, guys. So really, really appreciate it. And also, if you did not hit the like button on the way in, make sure you hit the like button, guys. It really does help support the channel. And let me just check the likes real quick. Let me just check it out. See how it's looking out there. All right, where are we at? Ooh, guys, the likes are looking kind of light. They're looking kind of hungry. I mean, looks like I can see the ribs showing on these likes. Can I get maybe like 2.5, 3, 4 more likes, guys? Just help me out just a little bit. Really, really appreciate that, guys. All right, so let's see. Uh-oh, guys, look what we have. We have Sly Doggy TN, another heavy hitter, checking into the live stream. Checking into the live stream. Very, very strong support of the channel. Really appreciate you hopping into the live stream. I have been putting that target lock to work. I have some more footage I'll be putting out for you guys, but really, really appreciate Sly Doggy TN. Very, very strong supporter of the channel. All right, so we have Dodie Fishing says 18K on that ProCraft would be my max dollar. All right, so yeah, like I said, we're getting into the nitty gritty of it, guys, in here doing some boat negotiating deals. All right, Mako Mill says, how many hours on the motor? What kind of motor is it? Mercury, Yamaha, etc. Oh yeah, we need to know some details. All of that stuff matters. I mean, well, it's a 2002, so I was going to say, what if it has only like 50 hours on the motor? But yeah, I don't think that's going to happen with a 2002. But yeah, all of that stuff makes a difference. Has the motor been rebuilt? All of that good kind of stuff. Do they keep the records and everything of it? And maybe it was just a one boat owner. So yeah, always some good information that you want to get from it. Ivy Moore says power poles, jack plate, targeting, grabs your name. It's on there. Okay. All right. So yeah, it has all that stuff on there. All right. Mako Mills giving a shout out to Jason, member of the Money Team, says, what's up, brother? Miss you, man. Let's go. Oh yeah. See, Mako and Jason, you guys have been MIA for a while, but glad to have you back. All right. So what we're going to do, guys, I am going to share my screen now. And let's get into a quick, just a quick segment of how would you fish it, and kind of I'll kind of go over a little bit of how you could use your, in this instance, the one that I'm about to bring up, the Mega 360, guys. So I know when we did a previous live stream and it was, would you have, if you could only have one, would it be the Mega Live or the Mega 360? And I was kind of surprised at how many people were picking that Mega 360 over that Mega Live. But in cases like I'm about to bring up, that Mega Live will do its thing. But before we get into that, always, gotta put some respect where respect is due. Want to give a shout out to Big Jim, hitting the channel with the $5 super chat. Really, really appreciate the support for the channel. And of course, everybody knows we got Mark Scott. Mark Scott, very, very strong supporter of the channel. And right now, Mark Scott's doing his thing.
You are the big fish.
Oh yeah, Mark Scott is the big fish of the live stream. So really, really appreciate the strong support for the channel, Mark. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this next segment. How would you fish it? All right, guys. So now I'm going to share my screen and get into this segment that I like to call How Would You Fish It? I will pull up a video clip of some actual footage from on the water, and we'll just kind of take a look at it. What do you see? And from there, just give me an idea. Get active in the comments based on the water clarity, water depth, structure cover, anything that you see. What do you see in there? And what bait would you use? Why would you use that? And, let's just kind of share some information. This does help a lot of guys out. So what I'm going to do is just share the screen. Once again, let me add this in here. So I'm going to share the screen. We're going to get right into it, guys. Let's see what you guys have to say. Let's see what you think. All right, 1 second. Just bear with me. Let me drop this down real quick. Special shout out to Mark Scott, the current sponsor of the live stream. All right, so here we go, guys. Let's get into this how would you fish it moment. Let's see, what view do we want to do here, guys? Okay, here we go. All right, so now as you can see, looks like we're going to do a little bit of shallow fishing, and I wonder why. May is the time of year where a lot of people catch big fish, and a lot of those fish come from shallow areas. So the key is you have to find where those fish are located at, because right now, as you guys see from the comments and everything that we've been getting, it's kind of feast or famine out there. Some guys are out there doing well. Some guys are out there struggling. But if you find those pockets or those areas where those fish are at, then yeah, you can get some really good results. So let's just take a look and see how would you guys fish it. Make sure you guys are getting active in the comments. I will come back and get into the comments and see what you guys are saying. Then I will give you my take on it, let you know how I would fish it. All right, so here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, hold on 1 second. Just bear with me. All right, here we go, guys.
I swear to God, if she does, we actually have to leave if she does.
A boat dock, and you can see it's kind of shallow out there, guys. If you look
Once she jumps in,
close enough, I don't know if you can really see the bottom there, but over to the right of the screen, if you take a look, looks like there's some grass, so there's some submerged vegetation. Maybe you should skip that dock. Oh, my goodness.
Yep, no more fish.
What just happened?
Scared him away.
What just happened? What is the lady doing?
It's a little unacceptable, but we'll leave.
Oh,
Just trying to fish. That's all we're doing.
Bye.
See ya.
all right. She said bye-bye. See you. Oh, my goodness, guys. I don't think you were expecting that. All right, what do you guys think? How would you be fishing that? And would you stay? Would you leave? What would you do with that one? Looks like that dock owner did not really have too much conversation for him. She just went ahead and told him what she thought. Well, she showed him what she thought. All right, so let's get active in the comments, guys. How would you have been fishing that before she decided to add herself to the situation? All right, so let me hop back in the comments real quick, guys. Like I said, get active, guys. So the live streams always build off of the chat. So you guys are a very big part of the live streams. It always makes it more fun, entertaining when I can hop in here, and get some thoughts from you guys, see what you guys would have done in that situation. All right, so we're going to talk about this real quick, guys. Then we're going to get into the meat. We're going to get into the meat of the live stream and, start talking about some live imaging. So like I said, whether you're running Humminbird, Garmin, Lowrance, everybody is welcome here, guys. So we're going to see what we can do as far as getting everybody out there kind of up to speed and getting better results out on the water. So that is what we will get into. So let's hop into the comments real quick. Let me just bring this back up. Hold on. Here we go. All right. So yeah, let's just bring this situation back up. All right. There we go. Let's see. Can you guys hold on? Let me do it like this. Hold on. All right, just bear with me, guys. Bear with me. Let me see if I can get this just right. All right, there we go. There we go. Let me just blow it up just a little bit for you guys. There we go. So that's what you're working with out there. See that big what is that? A big 250 pounder. You got a big 250 pounder. How would you catch that fish? All right, guys. Let's see. Let's hop into the comments. Let's see what you guys have to say about that one. All right, just bear with me real quick. All right, there we go. All right, where were we at, guys? Power polls. Okay. All right, so we have Joseph checking back in. All right, so he says Ivy. All right, so guys, we are also, talking about some boat shopping and all that kind of stuff. So we're kind of mixing in a little bit of everything tonight, guys, having some fun with it like we always do. Just want to, bring some entertainment, education, all that good stuff all together. All right, so Joseph says, Ivy, that's a hand-laid hull with lifetime hull warranty, but no longer in production. So how does that work? With lifetime hull warranty, but no longer in production. All composite stringers and transom could still get waterlogged and heavy, but no wood to rot. Fantastic boat. Okay, there we go. So yeah, you're getting some of that information that you wanted. Then we have Jason checking back in. Look at that. Money Team members back to back checking in. Got Joseph and Jason. All right, so Jason says the big fish. I love it. Oh yeah. So yeah, we got the big fish of the show. Shout out to Mark Scott. All right, let's see. And speaking of that, you know what I mean? You can't, I gotta put some respect on Big Jim. What did Big Jim do? Let's see. Big Jim, he set the hook. Big Jim came in and he set the hook, you know what I mean? So he did a little something, contributed to the station. To the channel. Shout out to that. All right, so let's see where we at, guys. Let's hop back into these comments real quick. So Jason said, all right, here we go. All right, so Randy says, okay, so let's get into it. Randy says, I would throw a Matt Steffen hover strolling rig and skip it under the dock right next to the Karen. Oh, no. So you're going to try to hook a Karen, huh? Oh, my goodness. Hey, it might work. All right, good deal with that one. All right, Dodie Fishing says, the fisherman, let's see. The fisherman was flashing a picture of MoneyBass. Let me see. What is? Wait a minute. Which fisherman are you talking about? The one in the on the boat? Is that what you're talking about? All right. Shout out to that. All right. Then we have Joseph says, let's see. He says, Ivy, power poles 5K. Uh-oh, guys. All right, we're breaking it down. We're getting into it. All right, so I see some guys that are just checking in. So we kind of got multiple things going on, guys. So we're going over the how would you fish it. I don't know if you guys can see that big splash in the water, but somebody said that was a Karen that is now hopped in the water trying to scare these fishermen away right in the middle of our how would you fish it segment. How does that work? All right, so and the other thing we have going on, we have Ivy Moore in here. He is looking to get a new boat or a used boat. So he's kind of weighing his options. Right now, he's kind of looking at this Pro Craft. So if anybody that's just chiming in knows about these Pro Craft, go ahead and drop some comments in here for him. So Joseph was saying, he says, power poles 5K, graphs 12-inch, 3K, and 9-inch, 1.2K. Whoa, trolling motor 1,800 to 3,500. Hydraulic jack plate 1K. Manual was included. Pumps 60 to $100 each. What is that? Sear $250 each. 750 to 1,200 for the for whole boat, and carpet was 300 to 500. Man, okay, so yeah, Joseph is breaking it down. All right, so Jason says, all right, so now we're back on it. We're back on it again. So Jason says, Ned Rig, can't understand why people live on a lake and don't expect people to be fishing. Oh yeah,
Yes, sir.
hey, I definitely agree with that. So yeah, they didn't hit a dock or do anything. They were just there, and she was like, hey, I'm not having it. Get out of here. But she didn't say get. She didn't say get. You can't fish. She didn't say any of that. She just came and jumped straight in the water. All right, so let's see. John Polly says, let me see, 80-pound braid and an Alabama rig. Okay, throwing that A rig. Okay, would you skip that under the dock? I think some people can skip those A rigs, but that is hard. But that dock is kind of off the ground, so you may be able to throw it back there a good distance before it actually hits the water. But with that big splash, I don't know. That thing may scare off some of those fish in that shallow water. That's what I think. All right, so Joseph says, money. You can't argue with a dock seal. Kill him with kindness, but no need to engage. It's a miserable situation at best. Oh yeah. It's best to just keep on rolling. All right, then we have Mako Mills checking in. What is going on, Mako?
Yes, sir.
He says at Ivy, I'm working on getting a boat this year also. All right, there we go, guys. So maybe, just maybe, might do a live stream about boats and purchasing boats, guys. And I may see if I can get somebody on here to kind of walk some guys through there, and maybe some guys that are, through the process of, things to look for and stuff like that, whether you're getting a new boat, used boat, because that is kind of a hot topic nowadays, especially with those boat prices, guys. All right, so he says, Ivy, I'm working on getting a new boat this year. Also, I know how tough it can be in today's market, man. Just don't give up. They're out there. Oh, yes. You got to keep on trucking, keep on moving, keep on finding information, because new boats are coming out all the time as far as like used boats and things like that. So there's always a good deal out there. You just have to find the one that works for you. Uh-oh, guys. Uh-oh. It looks like we have a tie going on. Mako Mills has hit the channel with a $20 super chat. And look at that. No question, no comment. Just showing support for the channel. All right. So how are we going to work this? So Mako Mills has hit the channel with the 20. So he's like, hey, Mark Scott, just move over just a little bit. Let me share that throne with you real quick. So let me just do a little work right here real quick, guys, just in case. All right. So we have special shout out to Mark Scott. And now special shout out to Mako Mills. We have a co-sponsorship going on right now, guys. So let's see. So Mako Mills stepped in and he was like, hey, buddy, you know what I got to do? You got to get the net, because I'm hitting the channel with that $20 super chat. Special shout out to Mako Mills. So what I always say, guys, for everybody that's new checking in, each week when we do the live streams, this channel is supported by you guys, the viewers, the people that are getting active in the chat, all of that good stuff. Everybody that is contributing, really, really appreciate that. So the person that gives the highest super chat, super sticker each week becomes the sponsor of that live stream. So really, really appreciate that, Mako Mills. And if you take a look at the banner that is scrolling across the bottom, it says, special thank you so much to the sponsor of the stream, Mark Scott. But guess what, Mark Scott? Mako Mills said, move over, just make a little room for me. Just move over just a little bit. So he's going to step in for that co-sponsorship. Really, really appreciate that. All right, so let me hop in here and just do a little work and update this real quick. Just bear with me, guys. And like I said, what we're going to do next is get into the meat of the live stream. All right, hold on. Just bear with me. Mark Scott and Mako Mills. All right, so Mako Mills said, let me share that throne with you right now. All right, so now if you take a look at the bottom of the screen, did I get that right? Hold on. Oh, okay, I got it. All right, there we go. There we go. Special thank you so much to the sponsor. Guess that should say sponsors of the stream, Mark Scott and Mako Mills, two very, very strong contributors and guys that are special to the channel, always supporting and getting active in the comments. What more could you ask for, guys? What more could you ask for? Really, really appreciate that. All right, so let's see who else we have checking in. So Mako Mills. All right, then we have Doty Fishing. Let's see what Doty Fishing has to say. He says the fat girl likes her some MoneyBass. Oh man, wait a minute. Listen, that was not me on that boat. She was not running out there for me. No. But depends on what type of fat girls you're talking about. If you're talking about those 8, 9, 7, 10-pound largemouth, oh yeah, we might be talking the same language with that one. Oh yeah. All right. So Texas Noop says, I agree with Jason for real. Oh yeah. So what did Jason say? What did Jason say? Let me scroll back up here real quick. Okay. Yeah. People out on the lakes, they own the docks and everything. So yeah, she just went out there and messed with those guys for no reason. So that one, I'd say I'm on the boater side. All right, let me hop back down here in the comments. And who was that hopping in here last? All right, so yeah, Texas Noop said he agreed with Jason. All right, so John Polly says, Help pull Karen from the dock with the braid. Okay, so that's why you said braid in there. Okay. All right. Then we have Slide Doggy TN says it's definitely a no-win situation anytime you have somebody doing something idiotic like that. Hey, what more can you say with that one? That's right. I mean, once she jumped in that water, I mean, what do you do? And the guys was like, basically like, well, that's it. See you later. And she said, bye. So yeah, that was pretty much the end of that one. All right. So Cajun Rob says, what in the, oh yeah. I kind of threw in a curveball on that one. I knew you guys weren't expecting that. All right. So let's see what else we have. Cajun Rob says, there go. Oh no, come on, man. Oh, no, it is not that type of situation going on around here. All right, let's see. Cajun Rob says weightless Cinco Nico rig. All right. So yeah, this time of year, I mean, you get out there with those weightless baits, and like you said, that Nico rig kind of downsizes it a little bit when you find those bigger fish. And I think that's what's happening with some of those bigger bags, that there's some people that are actually finding that right area. So that's the deal. All right, so Mako Mill says, hey, Money, I don't need any recognition, my friend. I know what you do and how hard you work for us all. Glad to support the channel. Hey, man, I got to give you recognition. Shout out to Mako. Really, really appreciate that, though. But, hey, I have to always give credit where credit is due, guys. So, yeah, anytime anybody shows any support for the channel, even if you're just getting active in the comments, I mean, hey, that's a big deal. Just showing up and watching the live streams, I appreciate it all, guys. Because like I said, we're here trying to grow this community, guys. We're going to build some things here so that we can all get together, share our knowledge, our experiences, all that kind of stuff. Because there are some guys that are members of the channel that are subscribers, things like that, that don't have that luxury. Maybe it's the health wise or financial wise or whatever, where they can't get out on the water as much as they want to, or maybe not even at all. So they're kind of living through us. They're joining into the live streams and everything and just getting in here and having some fun. So that's what it's all about, guys. And like I said, each week, make sure you guys come out and, just kind of brag a little bit. If you're out there getting some good results, hop in here. I mean, we're family guys, so we're going to celebrate your wins and all that stuff. So really, really appreciate that comment, Mako. All right. So Cajun Rob Fishing says, crank big motor. Oh my goodness. Cajun Rob. Oh my goodness. Okay. So Cajun Rob says, crank big motor, tilt it up, give her a waterfall on her head. Oh my goodness. So I mean, she's already in there and wet anyway, but yeah, I mean, I guess that would add a little insult, a little insult to injury, however you want to put it, to her situation. Yeah, throwing a little bit more water on her. All right, so Joseph said, but listen, I don't condone that. I would say just pack up and ease on. Yeah, I mean, may be a little disappointed, but hey, maybe that 8-pounder is right there on your way out on that next dock. So hey, you never know. All right, so Joseph says, Cajun Rob, don't let Ruger get food poisoning overfed. Got to roll out and give that dock seal some space. Joseph saying dock seal might have something contagious, needs its space. Oh yeah, you never know. I mean, she was kind of quiet with it. She just walked over there, didn't really say much, and just hopped right in the water. All right, so Texas Newt says, I think that I would let Karen settle down for a while and then go back and try to fish. So Texas Newt said, oh no, I know it's an 8-pounder under there. I'm going back. All right. What does DP have to say? Darren Pearson says, let me see. I would get a harpoon and go to war. Wait, yeah, I guess, and go to war. I think that's what you meant with that one. All right. Then Joseph says, DP, that one could have you kayak surfing. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Hey, that's a tough situation right there. All right, so Joseph says, no downsizing. Start with a spinner or chatterbait around the outside, then follow up skipping a buzzbait, frog, or Texas rig plastic for the follow-up mop up. All right, so yeah, good deal with that. And Jason is in here laughing at Cajun Rob. Cajun Rob is in here trying to cause some problems, kind of like LJ did. I think that was last live stream. I don't know if you guys saw that live stream where LJ came in here, and I can't even remember the things that he was saying, but it had something to do with a homeowner running him. Oh, okay, I remember now. So check this out, guys. Check this out. Let me tell you a quick little story about what LJ had to say. All right, so LJ said he had pulled up to a dock and he had been fishing around that dock for about 4 hours and hadn't moved. And he said the homeowner started yelling at him to get away from the dock. And then he said the part that he left out of the story is that it was a woman up there sunbathing nude. So she was trying to run him off because he was there staring for 4 hours. I was like, oh my goodness, LJ. But yeah, that was a trip. All right, let's see. All right, so now let's finish up the how would you fish it segment, guys. And then, like I said, we're going to get into the meat of the live stream. I'm going to pull up some Mega Live imaging, some on the water footage of that, and just kind of walk you guys through it. And if you guys have any specific questions, make sure you ask those down in the comment section, because what I have been finding is that there's a lot of guys that still don't quite understand how to read it. I helped someone maybe about 2 weeks ago physically set up their system. They had been out there running it, but they just weren't seeing what they thought they should be seeing. They weren't getting the type of results that they wanted. We had to re-angle their transducer, redo the settings and everything. They were running Garmin Live Scope, guys. I run Mega Live, Humminbird Mega Live, but I was still able to get out there on their boat with them, get that set up right away. We were tracking the bait, tracking fish, all of that good stuff, guys. So for me, these units, once you get out there, it's just a matter of preference of what type of unit that you want, whether you want that Garmin system, whether you want that one boat network with target lock, all that kind of stuff as to what you choose. But the information that we try to put out here is just helpful to everybody that's running their live imaging systems, guys. All right, and let's see. All right, so what I'll do now is I will get into the things that I would throw. But let's see, what does Randy say? Randy says throw a hot dog and walk the dog by Karen. All right, so he can get out there and throw that top water. Hey, you never know, that might work. All right, so now let me go ahead and get into it, guys. So this is what I would do in that situation. So when you're taking a look at that, and let me just bring it back up real quick, just so we can see. So minus the lady jumping in the lake, let's just take a look at it from that standpoint. So now you see that you have a dock over to the right a little bit. Let's see if I can get the image where you can see over to the right. Well, that's after the ladies jumped all the way in there. But if you take a look to the right of the what you guys call her, a Karen, if you take a look to the right of the nice young lady that has decided to go swimming while they're trying to fish, you will see some grass or some lily pads or something over there to the right. So let's just say that that lady has not jumped in there and you are going to continue fishing that. All right, so that is the stamp. That is pretty much what I'm talking about, guys. So one of the things that I would say that you could use is something like this is a Zoom frog. I think it's called a horny toad or something like that, I think. But as you see, you can just buzz this across the top. From mine, the one that I grabbed real quick, it has a weight on there. So I can't remember what I was fishing that I put that weight on there. But something like this, you can actually throw this weightless, or you can add a little bit of weight to that. You can skip this under the docks. And the thing that I'm looking at is to the right, in that right corner, you see those pads, that grass or something like that. You can throw something like this out there and just kind of buzz that across the top. Whenever you see an area where it can sink down into, that I would say is a high percentage area where a fish may see that cover kind of go away and expose your bait. You can kind of kill it, let it fall down in there. And with something like that and fishing that type of cover, I would have braid on there. So I would have braid on this, maybe like 50-pound braid or something like that. The other thing, if you're going to fish around that dock, around the edges of it, something that I like, guys, for that shallow water fishing is a buzz jet, some type of prop bait. Now with this, I have a video that I put out on the way that I fish this. And for me, I can fish this with pretty much, I would say 3 to 4 different types of action. So if you're able to skip this under the dock, you can fish this like a popper because it will float. And with that lip that's on there, whenever you pop that, you just point the rod tip down and snap it real fast. It will just pop just like a popper. The second thing you can do is pop it. And when it submerges under the water, let's say the water is sitting on top of the water up here. When you pop it, it's going to go down and just go right beneath the surface. and you can let it go back up and then just wake it across the top. And sometimes this is what I caught my mega bass on. And actually that's where the name MoneyBass came from, guys, was using this bait. And I caught the mega bass and won like a $5,000 mega bass pot on Lake Gunnersville throwing this bait. And if you search MoneyBass Buzz Jet, then you should see the video that I made, and that shows you specifically the different ways that I fish this. But so like I said, the first way is fishing like a popper. The second way is just popping it when it submerges just under the surface. You can let it come back up and just fish it as a wake bait by holding the rod tip up. And then the other way is to pop the rod tip down, and when this goes just under the water, it's probably, I would say, maybe 6 inches or so. It doesn't really go very deep, but then you can just kind of swim this right under the water. So it just barely makes a wake on top. So those are the top 3 ways that I fish this, but that is something that I would throw whenever I see that submerged vegetation. I would throw something like that, like this right here. If I wanted to get into that vegetation, and then if I want to fish around that dock area, and then there is submerged grass right in front of that area. I kind of saw it whenever it went up a little bit shallower. But so that is what I would do, guys. That is how I would fish it. So yeah, so keep that in mind, guys. Hope that information helps you out. All right, so now let's hop back into the comments real quick. And then, like I said, it is time, guys. We're going to get into the meat of the conversation, the meat of the live stream, and I will pull up some of this live imaging for you. All right, let me just drop that back down. And oh yeah, guys, we had to get into it. I was running a little late with the live stream. All right, so let's see, where were we at, guys? 5:42. Okay, so let me just start off with this clip. All right, guys. So all I'm doing right now is just pulling up the clip so I can share my screen again. But what I will get back into real quick is see who's getting active in the comments, guys. And as always, you guys know I have to give a special shout out to Mako Meals. And man, I think we have a co-sponsor situation going on. So it is Mako Meals and Mark Scott. Special shout out to both of you guys. Really appreciate the strong support of the channel. All right, so what we're gonna do is just hop back into the comments now. Let's see where we were at, guys. And I see you guys are getting in here, giving Ivy Moore some more good information. All right, let's see, where were we at, guys? Okay, here we go. All right, so Ivy Moore says power poles, question mark, got them. 10 inch, okay. Lithium batteries, okay, got the lithium batteries, a single 36 volt lithium. Wow, so you got the big dog, have the big dog in there. Lithium for Minn Kota Fortrex with eliminator prop, nut, G-force handle, and cable, and a second 24 volt one for the electronics. Okay, all right, so yeah, so it's wait a minute, and looks like, and there's more. 3 Humminbird G4 Helix. 2, okay, let's see. 2 8s at the bow, 1 with Mega DI, 1 12-inch at the console, and Mega DI SI. Oh, and to keep everything secure, there are aftermarket locks on all of the electronics and a locker. Okay, that locker bar. All right, let's see. He's still going. Locker bar system to keep your gear safe. Hydraulic jack plate, got it. HydroWave 2, got that too. Trailer, added 4 brand new tires on that sucker late last summer. The Mercury 225 horsepower EFI motor. All right. All right. So Joseph says, Ivy, that's a fully dressed boat for sure. If the owner is older or seems well paid, they're likely either getting out of the sport, just buying a new rig, or fed up. Oh yeah. So all of that stuff is good to know too. So, and especially like I was saying, is it a one boat owner? How many hours are on that motor? So it sounds like you may have found a deal. So, and I mean, I think somebody up there told you how much they would offer on it. All right. So we have Joseph says, let's see. We see this all the time when someone is ready to get out completely. They set the price to move and they just roll out. Oh yeah, that is the type of deal you want to find when somebody just, hey, just get this boat out of here. And actually, I've sold 2 boats like that, to where I was like, hey, I just want them out of my garage. So I set the price very reasonable and somebody picked those things up quick. All right. So let's see. Dodie says, Strike Pro Hunchback. What is that? I have not heard of that. Hold on. I have to look that one up. He says Strike Pro Hunchback. Uh-oh, it came right up. Okay, all right. So that looks like it might be some type of wake bait, maybe. Hunchback wake bait. Yep. Wake bait lures are a floating lure that runs a half inch under the water surface, rattling, shaking and rattling like a lost bait fish. All right. So good deal. Hey guys, I learned something off of that one. Maybe some of you guys did too. All right. Then we have Joseph says money. He got all them fancy baits. That's no cheap brake job right there. He's getting that carbon fiber titanium pro action going with the El Chapo 2000. Whoo, that's a mouthful with that one. All right. All right. Then Mark Scott says, Ryan, I'm running 5 Helix on my boat. Oh, yeah. I saw the pictures. For some reason, they are restarting by themselves. Oh, okay. All of them are doing it. Are you having the same issue? I'm running ionic lithiums. No, I have let me see. So you said they're restarting. So they're just shutting off and turning back on. That one's kind of, I've had them shut off before where like my battery got low, or if I'm in rough water or something and it kind of bounces around and my connections may come loose a little bit. But yeah, just to shut off and restart. I don't know about the restarting part on that one. So yeah, I would definitely call Humminbird support and just ask them what would make them shut off and start back up. All right. Then we have the Shade Tree Engineer. And also on that one, if anybody has any information on that, please make sure you drop a comment in there to help Mark Scott out. And if I hear about anything else, Mark Scott, I would definitely follow back up and let you know. But yeah, I would say the number one thing is go ahead and hit up Humminbird support and just see if they know what would make them shut off and then turn back on. That is the part that's kind of iffy to me, is what would make the units turn back on. All right. And then let's see. The Shade Tree Engineer says, check out my Mega Live Hotshot transducer system. Equals totally remote wireless control. Okay. Mega Live Hotshot. Okay. So it sounds like you have a product. Is that right? Let me just take a look right here real quick and see what we're talking about. Let me see. Call in. Just stopping the show for a quick second, guys. I just want to see what's going on right here with that. Okay, yeah, I don't see it right away, but hey, hit me up in my on my Instagram. My Instagram is at official MoneyBass. Yeah, hit me up and let me know what you're talking about. Maybe the Shade Tree Engineer has come up with a new product that he's trying to get out there on the market. All right, then we have Sly Doggy checking in. He says, at Mark, are you running all 5 Helix units through a single 5-port switch? If so, that is probably your problem. Oh yeah, guys, see, we get to it quick in here. The switches only support up to 4 control heads. Wow. Okay. All right. Uh-oh. Mark Scott got back to him quick. He says, I'm running 2 5-port network switches. All right. So hey, he's already on it. All right. Ivy Moore says, I asked him would he take 18, and he said 22, and he he asleep on the 18th. All right. So you got him down a little bit. Hey, you're working on it. You're working on it. Maybe just a little bit more smooth talking might get it down a little farther. All right. So Joseph says, money, hours are subjective. A 2-stroke will nearly run forever. As long as you don't grenade it, you can rebuild the entire head and the lower unit for around $2,500. Hey, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, with the things that can happen to boats, a $2,500 bill to get things up and running nicely doesn't really sound too bad, considering the things that can happen that seem a lot simpler than that. And they always seem to be about $1,000. All right. So Jay Polly says, sounds like a power surge, maybe. All right. So yeah, could be. All right. Jay Polly says, might need that converter. All right. So yeah, you guys are helping Mark Scott out. Appreciate that. All right. Then we have Darren Pearson says, do you need to get another 5-port hub in the Ethernet cable? Okay. Yeah. So I know I just got my second 5-port hub. DP just got his 5-port hub. Uh-oh, guys, look who we have checking into the live stream. We have the Mass Bastard. Says, hey, money, just getting off Lanier. Come on, man. I know that can't be true. I know you didn't go out to the lake again and didn't tell me. Come on, man. Come on, man. But I'll be out there tomorrow. I'll be out on the lake tomorrow, guys. Hey, I might get some footage for you too. Is there any type of particular footage that you guys would like to see that you want me to put together for you? So I'll be out on the lake tomorrow, guys. So just let me know. All right. So Harry says, just getting on. Hope everyone is doing well. Was running 10 gauge wire up front for Mega Live port side, but the trolling motor wires are on that side. Will it interfere with Mega Live? So with mine, I'm not sure if my trolling motor wires were going up that same side also, but I ran 8 gauge wire for mine, and then I ran them to a separate fuse panel. The only thing going to my fuse panel is my Mega Live, and I have a video out there. So just search MoneyBass Mega Live installation, and you'll see the exact equipment and the fuse panel and everything that I use, and hopefully that'll help you out. But yeah, I'm not really sure about the interference. If it does, since you've already ran it, if it does, I was gonna say maybe you can just pull them back through and run them on the other side. It'll be a pain, but over the long term, I mean, it will be worth it. But shout out to Harry checking into the live stream. All right, then he's giving a shout out to DP. All right, giving a shout out to everybody. What is going on, Harry? Really appreciate you checking in. All right, then Mark Scott says, I'm running C Clear wiring harness, 4 lithium batteries. I have constant power. All 5 graphs are restarting at different times. Yeah, I would definitely call support on that one, because that's, to me, sounds like it could be some type of issue with the battery. Yeah, I'm not really sure how those batteries, the lithium batteries work, but maybe that has something to do with the batteries, would be my guess. All right, then Darren Pearson says, what's good, Harry? All right, so Harry says, footage of your rod being bent with fish, not a stick. Ah, come on, man. How you remember that? That's been months ago. I'm running it to a separate lithium battery. Starboard side is tight. All right, so there we go, guys. All right, so let me, what I'm going to do is just go ahead and share my screen, and let's just talk about live imaging, guys. If you have questions about it, if some of you guys aren't really familiar with how to read it, things like that, anything from basic to advanced questions, guys, let's get into it and see if we can do some things to help you guys out there on the water, because hey, it's tough. But the thing is, the fish are there. The fish are there, and they're right around the boat. They're where you're casting, but are you able to catch those fish? And sometimes it's like the fish may be there, but you're not really realizing that they're there because you're not familiar with how to read those fish that are all the way on the bottom of the lake. All right, let's see. Guys, hold on. I gotta give a few more shout outs. Let's see who we have coming in. So Jay Polly says lithiums run hot. All right, so yeah, I don't know too much about those lithiums, guys. I'm still running 1 Interstate 31 AGM battery, and that's running everything except for my trolling motor. So that's what I'm running, guys. Just 1 battery is running everything that whenever you're watching my videos, everything that you see on there is just 1 battery. All right, then we have Joseph says, Ivy, you listed about 12,500 in goodies, not including install. That leaves 5K boat and 6K motor at 22K. If the boat's clean, it's good. It's a good deal and just about right. He knows what he has. Okay. All right. So it sounds like Joseph knows his stuff, and he knows about that boat. And he's saying it looks like the numbers are about right. And you said you got the guy down to 22. So maybe it will squeeze a little bit more out of it. But hey, it sounds like you're looking at something that may be a good deal on that one. All right. So let's see. Fish Monkey 1977. Shout out to the Patreon. All right. Yeah. One of the new members in the Patreon. So yeah, we're going to be doing some things with that Patreon, guys. Right now, still moving and shaking, getting everything rolling. But special shout out to you. He says, checking in. I was new to the channel last week. I'm currently learning Humminbirds, running 3 new 9-inch units with Mega Live. All right. All right, guys. So, hey, look at it. He hopped right in just in time. So he must have known what we were talking about. So let's go ahead and get right into it, guys. Let me share my screen. And let me see here. pause that real quick. And basically all we're going to do is I'm just going to show you guys some footage. And it's some footage that we've gone over in the past, but we can kind of look at it in a different light, just to kind of give you guys an idea of the things that I look at in more detail. And if you're seeing some things on here that you have questions about, make sure you ask, you get active in the comments and ask those questions, guys, because in the end, what we want to do is we want guys to be able to come on, to pull up those screens. If you're getting some interference, does it really affect you catching fish? If that is your goal, is to catch fish. If you take a look at the way my screen looks on here, I mean, it's pretty clear. Other than that, I would say the noise, or I would call that noise and not interference, that's at the top of the screen. And that's more from, I would say, depending on how, if it was kind of like the waves and stuff like that, possibly, or sometimes I will get that with sunlight. Whenever it's due to pollen, it will kind of cover more of that area, because right now it's in the, what is that, about the 40 to 90 foot range. So it's just kind of in that same range. So that could be from the sunlight or something like that, that interference at the top of the screen. But again, what I preface that by saying is, would that really affect you in catching those fish? Because the fish most likely are not going to be up there. And what I would say, the thing that could affect is whenever you're throwing top water. And there's a way to angle that transducer to where you can actually watch your bait. You'll see it hit the water, and you can watch, like if you're fishing a buzz bait, what else? Like a Sammy or some type of walking the dog, or just any type of top water bait, a popper, you will be able to see that right at the top of the water. And you will be able to see those fish if they come off the bottom and start going up to that bait. So it's that season, guys. It's the season to get out there and start having fun with it. So like I said, make sure you guys get active in the comments if you have any specific questions. So right now, like I said, at the top of the screen, that interference could just be, or noise could just be from the sunlight, if it was a sunny day out there that day, or it could just be just disturbance on the top of the water from the waves or something like that. All right. And then what else we're seeing down here, and I wish my mouse was, there was a way for me to show the mouse on the screen. Maybe if I actually pulled it up on from YouTube and showed it that way, it would. But hopefully you can just kind of follow me. But if you take a look, you'll see out at, what is that, 10, 20, 30, right at 40 feet, between 40 and 50 feet, you'll see like some type of cover down there. And that looks to be maybe like some type of small brush pile. Right at the 10 to 20 foot mark, that may be some type of bait fish, or it could be some type of cover right offhand. I don't know yet, but let's just go ahead and start taking a look at it. All right. So Harry already has a question. He says, what angle setting are you using mainly with Mega Live top 2? So in the settings themselves, I think I have it set on 30 degrees, I believe. And then the angle of the transducer, guys, what I do with that is I will cast a bait out there and I will watch it hit the water, and I will be watching my live system at the same time. If I don't see it when it hits the water and I know I'm within that cone, I will angle it up a little bit more. And then I will make a few more casts until I'm able to have it angled in the way to where I can see it. See my bait hit the water out to 70, 80, 90 feet. I can still, even 100 feet, I can see my bait whenever it hits that water. And then the other thing that I do is once I get that part set up, then I will take something like a drop shot, something that I can see if I drop it straight down. And I want to make sure that on that live imaging, I can still see the bait go directly down to the bottom, directly under the trolling motor. So if I see fish on my sonar or something like that, or fish are directly under the boat, I can still drop shot and see those. And if I need to cast out and hit top water, I know that I'm able to cover everything. That for me, that is how I fish. So those are the things that I would be looking for. And the other thing that I was mentioning earlier, there was a guy who had his transducer, the way the cone was set, instead of being, let's see if you guys can see it that way, to where the cone was facing out, kind of angled down, facing like that, so it would shoot out toward the boat. He had his transducer facing like this. So whenever he would cast out, he obviously would not see anything. So we had to move that transducer and get the transducer physically set up to and I see Harry's next question making me laugh, but yeah, so we had to get that set up too, along with those settings. All right. And then he says, I meant transducer 30 degrees. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, that's in the settings. And I think I have a portion on here where I do actually pull my settings up and show the settings themselves. And then you said, how many clicks is that? And so what he's referring to, guys, when he says clicks physically on the transducer, as you're turning it, it is making a click sound. And there are notches on there that show for your forward facing, your what is it, forward facing? And I use forward facing pretty much all the time. I don't ever use the down setting because I have my transducer set at an angle to where if I need to drop straight down when I see fish, I can still see it without adjusting my transducer. But how many clicks is that? I'm not sure, Harry. But there are 2 notches, I believe, for the forward setting. I will set it on the second notch that makes it point more. Let me get my hand right to make it point more upward. So if it's set like facing this way, and that is the first notch on the forward facing sonar part physically on the transducer, that second notch to where it points up a little bit more is generally where I keep that. I probably tried going up 1 or 2 notches farther than that, but I think it starts taking away from being able to drop straight down, like if you're fishing a drop shot where you're dropping it straight down. So hope that helped you out. But let's go ahead and play this video and see if you guys have any other questions. All right, guys, we are out here on the lake, just trying to make sure I don't have any glare into this, but we are getting straight into this video, guys. So the thing is, can the Mega Live system track past 100 feet? Can you see cover? Can you see structure? Can you see fish past 100 feet? Let me show you the settings that I currently have first, because I know that is one of the #1 things that people ask about. But as you can see right here. All right, so here we go. Here's some settings, guys. And these settings, I have changed these settings. So I was just looking on here to see if it showed the degrees on here, and I don't see that on here. And this may have been before my upgrade, but it's just some information in here that I wanted you guys to be able to see. So let's just go ahead and finish taking a look at it. I have the forward range set to 120 feet. If you look out here, that is the 120-foot mark. And as I'll show you in just a second, well, actually, there you go. That is 100 feet. You can see the beginnings of that structure. Well, that cover out there. There's a ball of bait fish. Right now, I have my my spot lock on. So the transducer is on the trolling motor, and it's moving back and forth. All right, and that's the other thing, guys. This is before I had the target lock system. Shout out to Sly Doggy TN, just giving a donation of a full target lock system to the channel, guys. So really, really appreciate that. So you hear me saying that my trolling motor is moving because it's on spot lock. And what I did is I would before I had the target lock system, I would face my boat in a way to where the boat and the current, the wind or whatever would still have the boat facing in the direction that I wanted it to face. That way, when it was on spot lock, even if the trolling motor moved, it would still go back to where it would be facing at the cover or structure that I wanted it to face. So that's why it's coming in and out of frame. So I'm just doing that so that I can record for you guys right now. But in just a second, what I will do, let me go ahead and take this back off. You've already seen the settings, guys. If not, just go ahead and rewind it back and watch this again. But there we go. That is 80 feet. Watch right here. Whenever that transducer moves back, you will begin to see that the brush piles or whatever type of cover that is out there. This right here, this is about 20 feet out. Those are some bait fish that are heading towards the boat and going up under the boat. But the main thing I wanted to show you guys is with some of the other systems, they're saying that they can track out to about 100 feet or so. So I just wanted to show you guys a comparison. Whenever I'm out here on the lake, the results that I am getting, I'm pretty sure you guys can get these same results. I haven't done anything special. There are links in the description that show you exactly how I connected everything on my boat. I ran the cable, the wires and everything myself, did the connections myself. So like I said, this isn't anything that I don't think you guys can do to get these same results. What you see up here, it is 2 o'clock, guys. If I move out of the way, you can, if I move out of the way, you can see that the sun is right behind me glaring down on the lake. So I'm kind of blocking the sun right now so it doesn't mess with the imaging. But those glare that you, well, not glare, but it kind of looks like noise or interference at the top of the screen, that is going to be the sun, because it's bright right now, guys. So just kind of blocking it so it doesn't glare on the screen, and just wanted to let you know that is what you're seeing up here. And again, there's bait fish out here. There's more cover right here, so that's another brush pile or something right here, and you can see the fish as it's moving around. You'll see those fish moving around also. There was another thing I wanted to show you guys, which is the screen clarity. Look how clear that screen is, guys. I have not really even taken the time to dial this in and get it completely clear, but I know that is a concern for a lot of guys. How clear is that image? Well, there you go. I mean, let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? In just a second, what I will do is start moving towards this the cover that we're seeing out here at about 110 to 120 feet. I will move closer to that, and you will see that cover, and you will also begin to see the fish that are moving around that cover. Now, I can see those fish from back here because I know I'm used to looking at this, guys, and I know what I'm looking for. So I can differentiate between that cover right here. Look at that. That's past 100 feet. And like I said, I'm on spot lock, so it's kind of moving around on its own. All right, let me just make sure. Okay, there we go. So screen clarity, you can see the cover, you can see the fish. So what I'm going to do now is just begin moving towards those fish so that you guys can see exactly the same thing that I have been seeing out here, and I've been trying to explain to you guys during my live streams, during my live broadcast. All right, so let's go ahead and start moving. So just keep in mind, again, we're out 100 to 120 feet is where the structure is, and we're going to head straight towards that, and you will begin to see a lot better and a lot better clarity the fish that are moving around here. So you can see those. Well, I can see these fish out here, guys, and you will see the cover, and also you will notice the separation as far as the fish that are moving across here on the bottom. So I've been looking at this long enough to where I can pretty much look down here, and whenever I see those fish moving around on the bottom and kind of moving in and out down here, I can tell whenever there's fish down there. And it just takes some time, guys. If you take the time to come out here and put some time on the water, and it's kind of hard sometimes, but just don't fish. Just come out here and get used to your units. Get used to what you're seeing on those units, so that whenever you come out here, it will help you have a more productive day. There you go. Look at those fish right there moving around on the screen. All right, so what we're gonna do now is go ahead and begin moving closer to that cover and structure, and I'll just keep scanning and everything so you guys can see exactly the same things that I'm seeing whenever I'm moving out closer to that brush pile. All right, and guys, make sure if you guys have questions that you continue to get active in the chat. And the other thing that I was mentioning, I'll mention it in the video itself too, but there's interference that starts coming on the screen, and that isn't something that I actually normally experienced. It for whatever reason, it just happened maybe for like 5 or 10 minutes to where whenever I would hit my trolling motor, that some interference would come on the screen. So as quickly as it came, it went right away. So I don't know what could have even caused that to start happening. But like I said, it only happened for a few minutes. You'll see that interference, and I think some of that is from the sun glare also, but that is that cover right there. That is that brush pile that we're moving towards. And that interference is actually whenever I'm tapping the trolling motor right now. So I'm not sure why it's doing that. It doesn't normally do that. So I may just have to make some adjustments on something, but there we go. So we're getting closer to it. You can see the fish right behind them right there. You can see some fish right here. That's 30 feet. All right, so take a look at that, guys. One of the things that, and let me just bring this back up real quick. So one of the things that people have questions about is that distance of when you can start to locate fish, locate cover and things like that, so that you can start getting ready as you're coming up to something new. You can get ready to whatever type of bait that you need. If you need to put down what you're casting and pick up something else, if you're able to see that cover and that structure out 90 feet, 100 feet, then that gives you time to start making some decisions on what you need to do based on where those fish are in that water column. And the other thing that I would say, guys, so really, I would say, let's see, there are 3 things that I would say to try to keep in mind whenever you want to start trying to get a little better with using your live systems. And one is whenever I fish with people and I notice that if you don't have target lock, but you do not keep your foot on your the trolling motor, the foot pedal for the trolling motor, the boat is moving. So if you are trying to line something up and now you take your foot off of that trolling motor, that boat is going to move and come off of that cover. So I've watched some people as they're fishing and it will be moving off of that cover and they're still trying to figure out why it isn't on that cover. You have to know you have to have some footwork, guys. So if you don't have that target lock system or something that separates the transducer from the trolling motor, then you're going to have some good footwork to kind of keep these things lined up and just get some better results. So that I would say that is one thing that I would say to try to take out of this. The second thing is being able to locate fish on the bottom. So it's easier to locate the fish that are suspended in the water column. But one of the things that is very, very underrated. And let me see how many people we have in here. All right. So, I mean, we're all family in here, right, guys? So, you know, I'm telling you some things. You need to pay attention to this. So as you're looking, you will eventually get to the point where even though on the bottom, and I'm hoping you guys understand where the water column is and where the bottom of the lake is. That's kind of the basics of it. But if you don't, you know, make sure you put that in the comments, because I know there's some guys that may not understand some of the basic readings and how to read some of this stuff. So if you don't understand it, you need to ask, because once you learn these things, then you're on your way to better results. So understanding, even though that bottom looks like it's constantly moving, you can see the little spikes and peaks and everything. There's something that you can see that can catch your eye. Once you know what you're looking for, you will be able to see the fish actually moving back and forth, whether they're moving toward the boat or away from the boat. But that is a key thing, guys, that you want to make sure that you kind of get dialed in and be able to recognize that whenever you see it. And then the other thing is how your bait actually looks on the screen. So whether you're throwing a shaky head, a jig, a crankbait, a rig, you want to get to the point to where whenever you're throwing something out there and it's hitting the water and it's going down, you can differentiate your bait from any type of clutter, structure, from the fish, from the cover. So with more time on the water, you will eventually get to the point. But I would say those are the top three things, and just keep that in mind whenever we're walking through this video. All right, so yeah, guys, we're rolling. Let me just hop back into the comments real quick and see what you guys are in here talking about. So I've been out here, you know, talking for a quick little minute. So let's see where we were at. All right. So yeah, so Harry had asked about the clicks on the thing, so I'd explain that. All right, then we have Slide Doggy TN checking in. He says the F forward mode mark on the transducer is at 40 degrees, 4 clicks up straight from the straight down position. Okay. All right. So yeah, so I haven't actually taken the time to determine and count how many clicks it was, but I've been asked that question before. So great info. Really appreciate that. All right. And then let's see, Joseph Berthelot, member of the Money Team, checking in, says while floating with you on, while floating with you on deck, put a level on the trolling motor to see if it's plumb as you float. All right. Then you can adjust the beam a click or two up or down to accommodate. All right. So hey, that's another way to do it, guys. And then Big Jim, he's second in that motion. He says this. All right. So that is good. That's good info. And so for me, guys, like I said, I do not get that technical with it. I pretty much will get out there and I will cast my bait. If I have to cast it 10 times, 20 times or whatever, until I start seeing it the way that I want to see that bait. I can see when it hits the water. I can track it all the way down. I can drop my drop shot. I can track it from the top all the way down. Then I'm good to go. I don't know how many clicks that is or any of that stuff. I'm just paying attention to what I am able to the results that I'm getting, because that is the main thing that I look for, guys. And I know I've mentioned it a lot, but the same thing, whenever I'm having that noise or any type of distortion or something like that may come up on the screen, sometimes I'm kind of looking through or past that, because if I can still see that structure and see the fish, then I'm rolling with it, guys. I'm not really going to spend a lot of time on my screen not being as clear as it possibly could be. All right, then we have Ivy Moore says, thanks for all the info. We are family now. All right, that's what I'm talking about. So it looks like my man might be having a new boat. All right, good deal. You have to send me some pictures of it. Send some pictures of that boat to my Instagram or my email. That information is in the description, guys. Always make sure you guys read the description of the live streams, because anytime I find any deals on anything, or there are some information that I think will help you guys out, I always will put that in the description. So, and some of the links, they may be affiliate links or something like that. So if you do click on it and purchase something, it does help the channel out. It helps the channel out a little bit, but hey, every little bit helps, guys. So we have some tournaments coming up. So anytime like these, let me just give another shout out and just kind of say something about it real quick. All right, so special shout out to Mako Mills and another special shout out to Mark Scott. They are currently the co-sponsors. So we have a co-sponsor situation going on. Mark Scott hit the channel with the $20 super sticker. And we had Big Jim. Big Jim hopped in there. He was like, hey, hold on. Where we got, guys? Big Jim hopped in and was like, hey, let me set the hook on it a little bit. Let me get out there and set the hook on this $5 super chat. Strong supporter of the channel. Really, really appreciate that, Big Jim. All right, let's see where were we at, guys. So let me hop back down into these comments real quick and see where we're at. But yeah, so all of those funds, guys, they go directly back into the channel. So they may go toward tournament fees. They may go towards gas. They may go towards equipment for the studio. Just anything that will pour back into the channel, and in return is poured back into you guys to give you guys this information to continue helping you get better out on the water. So you can come back and then share that information, share your results to the group, so we can continue to grow, guys. So really, really appreciate that. All right, so let's see, where were we at in the comments? Let me just find my spot real quick. All right, so yeah, Ivy said, thanks for the info. We are family now. All right, and then Big Jim said, great comment, Joseph. Oh yeah, so yeah, guys, so that will help out if you want to go ahead and get that level and and get it set up that way. Good deal with that. All right, Joseph says, looks like a little grass or structure near an underwater hump. Oh yeah, so Joseph knows what he's looking at. So that's what I'm talking about, guys. We can all get to that point where as soon as we see that, you know what you're looking at. And like I said, one of the things that you want to be able to do is realize and notice those fish that are on the bottom, because a lot of people are going to overlook that, because if you don't know how to read, then it'll just blow right past you. You won't even see it. But there's some people that will come by that will have the eye for that, and they will catch those fish. All right, so let's see what else we have. Harry says, thanks, guys. We'll play with it as soon as when the install is done. 96 Ranger 461 is tight with all of the new toys. Okay, all right, good deal, Harry. He says Mega 360, 2 10-inch helix up front, and Mega Live in process. All right, good deal. All right, Joseph says Big Jim knows what's up. Even a slight bit of plumb makes a huge difference at a distance. That is right. So that's why you want to get out there sometimes and don't fish. Just keep casting and just get to know what your bait looks like. That is the third thing that I said, guys, is how your bait looks on the screen. So you want to get out there and put in work and make sure that that's something that you are able to figure out. Man, I see you guys are still getting active in the comments. We've been rolling for almost 2 hours now, guys. So there was some more stuff that I was going to pull up. But hey, when we get into it and start, sharing this information, time seems like it starts moving kind of fast, guys. So, we get in here, have a little bit of entertainment, some education, so some edutainment going on here. You know what I mean? So it's a good time, guys. All right, so Joseph says Big Jim knows what's up, even a slight bit. Okay, so I just read that one. All right, so Joseph says, Harry, just because they have an all-star dealership doesn't always mean they have an all-star rigging team. Okay, grade A setups usually require checking and tweaking in field conditions. Oh yeah. All right, then Joseph says, money, that doesn't look like interference, looks like long range reflections between the back of the hump and structure on the back side of the hump. So yeah, like I said, it was only there for it didn't even last 5 minutes. So yeah, I wasn't sure what that was. It just came up on the screen and it kind of went away just as fast. All right, so good deal with that. All right, Harry says money just has to decide which shaky head weight to throw as he's getting closer. Come on, man. I do throw the shaky head a lot. All right, so Harry says, give up the juice. Oh yeah, man. Hey, just kind of keeping these secrets in here. All right, so Joseph says, easy kill. He gonna throw all the shaky head in that boat. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make it work. All right, Big Jim says, swim bait over the top first, shaky headed next, then follow it with a drop shot. Summer. All right, and winter, jerk bait over the top, swim bait, then jig. Some can work at all times. Oh yeah. All right. So yeah, you guys are seeing those fish coming up on the screen. All right. Jay Polly says, I'm just getting Mega Live installed, so I will have plenty of questions to come, Money Bass. Oh yeah. Hey, make sure you come back and make sure you guys hit that like button. Let me just see what the likes are looking like. What are the likes looking like, guys? I'm pretty sure you guys took care of me on these likes. Let me just take a look real quick. Where did it go? Where did it go? Yeah, I can't see the likes, but I know you guys took care of me. I know you took care of the likes, guys. All right, and let's see. All right, so yeah, bring those questions on. So yeah, we get together every Tuesday, 8 p.m. And I drop content throughout the week too, guys. So if you are watching this and you are not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys, because the numbers are growing. We're trying to hit that 6,000 mark within the next week or two, guys. All right, so we have Fish Monkey 1977. Shout out to the Patreon. All right, special shout out to you. He says, what is the main reason for getting interference? What I would say is that the main reason for people getting interference is how they set up the system. So however they're setting it up, there are people that are not following the instructions, and they're just, I really don't know what they're doing. So, but they're not following the instructions. They may watch some videos, or they may ask people questions and go off of what someone is telling them. And I would say, to me, the setup and the gauge wiring, that kind of thing, is one of the main reasons for interference. That's what I think. What do you guys think? If you guys have experienced it, you drop some comments down there, because there are a lot of guys in here that were experiencing interference and just different issues, and have kind of, through coming, on these live streams, we'll get active. We'll get in here and start talking about it, and they'll start working on it the next day. And by the next live stream, they'll come in giving us, feedback on what they did to clear up their interference. All right. So Jay Polly says, got my teeth kicked in at the All-American at Lake Hartwell several years ago because of live sonar. Oh yeah. So you got to go and get some get back on them. You got to get that live sonar set up so you can go out there and let them know what's up. All right. Dodie Fishing says, I'll be at the lake Thursday to video Mega Live Humminbird. I've been emailing them videos since the 2.80 update. We correspond about once a week, and I try the latest suggestions. They want me to mask up and run auto settings. So yeah, I don't run auto settings, and I don't have my mask on mine. And so that could be why I have some of the interference, maybe like that glare and stuff that you see. But to me, like I said, I'd rather see that and then just kind of determine what information I need and don't need. All right, Jay Polly, Joseph says, whether you're for it or against it, it's a massive tool. Oh yeah. You can just use it as a search tool. I mean, use it for something. All right, so Jay Polly, I'm all in now. There we go. All right, Big Jim, shout out to you. All right, thanks for stopping in. Big Jim says, gotta go, guys. As always, I've enjoyed the show and the camaraderie. Oh yeah. Good times. Yeah, man. It's getting kind of late. I don't even think I ate dinner. Man, I'm just in here rolling, guys. All right, so we have Joseph says, see you, Big Jim, be blessed. All right, then Joseph also says, the devil is in the details. You can learn a whole lot about how this stuff is really working underwater with a flashlight, some cardboard, and make a light box and a few things to throw on the ground. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's an interesting thing. All right. And then Vernon Neal says, it's been fun, but Vernon's gotta run. Be blessed. All right. It's been fun, but Vernon's gotta run. All right. Then Joseph says, see you, Vernon. Be safe. All right, guys. So let me see how much is left. Okay. So yeah, there isn't much left in this video clip. So I'll go ahead and play this out, guys. And if you, like I said, if you have any other questions, just get active in the comments, guys. Let's see what else we have. Now we're at 70 feet. Let's just keep going. We're going to go all the way until it gets directly under the boat. And what I will do is just switch over to where you can see my sonar screen also. Once we get over this, that cover right there. So we can see some fish that are hovering above that brush pile. Right now we're at 50 feet. Look at all of those fish back here. Look at all of those fish. Those are fish, guys. That is cover. That's a brush pile. There's more fish back here. And remember, we started seeing that back out between. Ooh, look at those fish, guys. And see, the other thing is I have persistence mode on. That is why you see that purple haze. And I use that to see which direction the fish are moving. So that purple haze will be behind whatever direction something is moving. So right now you see the purple haze is between, well, the purple haze is on the other side of the structure and those fish. So right now they're coming towards the boat. All right. And then let's see what else we have in here. So Fish Monkey 1977 says, can't wait to see how you do on St. Clair. I am about 1 hour north. I'm going to be on Sinclair, Lake Sinclair. And that is that lake in Milledgeville? I think it's in Milledgeville, Georgia. So yeah, I've heard of St. Clair, but yeah, I'm way down here on the southern end of things. So yeah, I won't be at St. Clair, but somebody else did put that in one of the comments before. All right, but yeah, so that's where I'll be. We'll see. All right, so let's go ahead and keep moving, guys. But yeah, just take a look at those images and just watch the bottom of the screen too, because there are fish that were down on the bottom at one point. 100 to 110 feet. Look at all of those fish. Those are some very catchable fish right there. That's pretty much whatever I look for whenever I'm coming out here, guys. And now I'm just scanning around just a little bit more. Wow, look at that. Look at all those fish. All right, so we're almost over it right now, guys. I'm still just scanning around back and forth, but look at all those fish. Now we're just about on top of it. Now let me just go ahead and switch over to sonar so you can see how it looks on sonar as we get on top of it. All right,
that right there is a nice
out.
sized fish. Now we're coming up on that cover and we're going directly over it. There you go. Look at that. It's sitting in about, what is that, about 18 feet of water and comes all the way up to about 7 feet or so. And you can see those fish. Once I went on top of it, you can see those fish inside of that, and they just started going down into that brush pile. And there's some more. Now we're going back down. So I just went across a point. So that's why you saw it come up and come back down. So there's a point out here, and I just kind of cut that point in half. And that's pretty much it, guys.
All right, there you go, guys. There you go. All right, so I hope that information helped you guys out. Let's just hop back into the comments real quick and see. All right, so yeah, I mean, yeah, you weren't the only one. When I hear somebody say St. Clair, I'm always thinking that they're saying Sinclair. So yeah, I guess it goes on both sides of that one. All right, so Joseph says, money, by the way they're nosing down, looks like they'll be easier to catch dragging something. What can you drag? A shaky head. Looks like they'll be easier to catch dragging something rather than pulling over the top of them. Right, yeah. So for me, I'll throw something and drag it first. And the reason is because once I throw something like a swim bait, a spy bait, or a rig or something like that, you can watch it pull the fish off of that cover and it's pretty much done. So I'll start off with something like a shaky head. Yeah, shaky head, something like, that's what I'll start off with, is something that I can throw on the bottom, and then I would kind of graduate to a swim bait or top water, something like that. But all right, guys, so yeah, we've been rolling 2 hours straight, guys, 2 hours strong. Really, really appreciate everybody checking into the live stream. Make sure you guys check in next week. So I'm going to be reaching out to some guys, and hopefully we will have a panel put together where we can talk about the boater and the co-angler thing. So that one should be very interesting, guys. So we'll have some fun with it. So make sure you guys share the links. Get active in the comments, even after the videos. Like I said, I'm always dropping something. So really, really appreciate the support of the channel, guys. And I have to give a shout out to the sponsors of the show. We had Mako Mills stepping in. Special shout out. Hit the channel with a $20 super chat. Really, really appreciate that. And Mako Mills was a co-sponsor along with Mark Scott. Oh yeah, special shout out to Mark Scott and Mako Mills for the strong support and supporting the channel. And also, guys, make sure you guys tune in and watch Big Jim's channel every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, guys. All right, so really, really appreciate it, guys. And let me just go ahead and put the sponsors of the show back up on the live stream. All right, guys, so really, really appreciate it. Again, Make sure you get active in the comments and share these videos, guys, so we can continue to grow, and subscribe if you have not already subscribed. All right, guys, I really, really appreciate the support, and I will see you on the